Hello and a truly delicious welcome to you, the seeker of culture and language. Please settle in and imagine a comforting, familiar scent wafting, moving gently through the air, through your kitchen. Have you ever noticed how food is not just nourishment, but a powerful vessel, a container or channel for memory, history, and language? Today, we are connecting the heart of Britain to the core of your English learning. This is your intimate session to learn English while I share my favorite British food with you. We're going on a cinematic journey through flavor, tradition, and the emotional connection that every perfect dish holds. I promise this immersion will be warm, engaging, and rich with comprehensible input. As we explore the tastes, notice the bolded words and phrases. They are your new ingredients for fluent conversation, absorbed naturally in context. Remember this truth: every new flavor you embrace is a new vocabulary word you master. Now, to bring us together over this virtual table, where in the world are you listening from, and what time is it on your clock? Share your location and time in the comments below. Transition in the following minutes. You will receive more than a culinary tour. You will gain essential vocabulary related to cooking, tradition, and describing texture and taste. You will sharpen your listening comprehension through a warm, personal narrative, and you will discover a profound life lesson about the courage it takes to embrace new traditions and make them your own. Storytelling begins. Our story begins in a small, bustling kitchen in the heart of Yorkshire, England. Our protagonist is a young chef named Rory. Rory grew up loving the glamour, attractiveness, or excitement of French cuisine, dreaming of Michelin stars. He thought British food was simply too plain, simple or unadorned, and unexciting, boring. This internal struggle represented a larger struggle with his own heritage and identity. Rory worked for a famous stern London chef who demanded perfection, the state of being complete and correct. Rory was technically brilliant, but his food lacked soul. It lacked the flavor of home, a place where one lives or belongs. His turning point came on a cold, damp Christmas Eve. He was stuck working alone. The restaurant was empty. His mentor, the head chef, gave him a peculiar task. "Rory, for staff dinner, forget the French sauces. Cook me one of your favorite British dishes from your childhood. Cook with memory, the faculty by which the mind stores and remembers information, not just technique." Rory was confused. He felt shame about the simple dishes he grew up with. He was embarrassed, feeling awkward or ashamed, to admit his favorite was something as simple as shepherd's pie, a classic dish of minced lamb, topped with mashed potato. Phrase 1: a common, comforting British dish. He decided to accept the challenge. He started speaking his thoughts aloud as he cooked, using the simple descriptive English he wanted to share with others. He spoke to the potatoes. "I need you to be fluffy, light, and soft inside, and golden yellow-brown color on top." He learned essential vocabulary related to the cooking process and taste. "I must simmer to cook gently just below boiling point, the meat for 2 hours. The flavor must be savory, having a pleasant salty or spicy taste. The texture needs to be crisp, firm, dry, and brittle on the surface." As the aroma of slow-cooked lamb and thyme filled the empty kitchen, Rory felt a wave of nostalgia, a sentimental longing for the past. The British food wasn't plain, it was honest and grounded, well-balanced and sensible. He realized the immense power of simplicity. He had been so focused on complex foreign recipes that he missed the richness of his own culture. But the real test would come when he had to explain his choice, and the emotion behind it, to his intimidating head chef. The head chef, a tall man named Mr. Allister, returned and surveyed Rory's shepherd's pie. The pie looked golden and rustic, simple and traditional. Mr. Allister sat down, picked up his fork and took a bite. The silence in the huge kitchen was deafening. Allister looked at Rory and asked, his tone neutral. Rory described this. Don't tell me the ingredients. Tell me the feeling and emotional state or reaction. Use precise English. This was the ultimate challenge. Rory didn't just use simple adjectives. He used the descriptive language he had internalized while cooking. Sir, the aroma is rich and earthy. Phrase 6, strong and natural. The texture, the feel, appearance or consistency of a surface is creamy, smooth and soft inside and crisp. 5, on the crust. It is meant to be savory. 4, and deeply comforting. Phrase 7, making one feel warm and secure. Mr. Allister finally smiled. Comforting. That's the word, Rory. You finally cooked with intention and aim or plan. Asterisk. He then asked about Rory's other favorites, prompting a flow of natural, descriptive English conversation. Do you prefer fish and chips, a British staple, deep-fried fish in batter with thick-cut fried potatoes with mushy peas, a traditional accompaniment, or alone? In your opinion, a view or judgment, what makes a perfect Yorkshire pudding, a common side dish made from batter? I tend to phrase 12, a way of expressing a tendency or habit. Choose simple, traditional food. Rory explained his love for fish and chips. 9, emphasizing the necessity of the crisp. 5, batter and the tang, a strong, sharp taste of malt vinegar. He spoke easily without hesitation because the subject matter was close to his heart. He realized his initial struggle with English was really a struggle with confidence. He thought his simple thoughts were not worthy of complex language. But Mr. Allister taught him. The best food and the best language is clear, direct, and honest. Mr. Allister then revealed that he was planning a new British menu focused on updated classics. He offered Rory a massive responsibility. I want you to curate, to select, organize, and look after the entire British dessert menu. The final course. Start with your favorite. Make it personal. Rory's heart soared. He immediately thought of sticky toffee pudding, a rich sponge cake, dripping in a warm toffee sauce. But to update it for a fine dining restaurant, he would have to use his English to convey innovation and respect for tradition, a difficult balance. Rory embraced the challenge of the dessert menu with fervor, intense and passionate feeling. He spent weeks perfecting his sticky toffee pudding, phrase 13, speaking every step aloud to ensure his understanding and clarity. He used intermediate vocabulary related to refinement and process. We must refine to remove impurities or unwanted elements. The texture of the sauce. The taste is subtle, delicate or precise, not overpowering. My goal is to reimagine, to imagine again or rethink the classic dish. When he presented his final dessert, the sticky toffee pudding, elevated with a homemade clotted cream ice cream, to Mr. Allister, the flavor was exquisite, extremely beautiful and delicate. Mr. Allister took a final bite and looked at Rory. Rory, this dish is not just delicious. It has provenance, the place of origin or earliest known history. It tells your story. This is the zenith, the highest point of British comfort food. Rory had finally achieved his dream, not by rejecting his heritage, but by embracing it wholeheartedly. His best English flowed naturally, because it was tied to the things he genuinely loved, the simple, honest flavors of British food. The restaurant's new menu, featuring Rory's updated British classics, became a massive success. The food critics praised the authenticity and clarity of the dishes. The motivational takeaway is this: your language learning journey, like Rory's cooking, must start with honesty and self-acceptance. The Learn English with British Food session taught you that the most beautiful language is the language used to describe the things you are truly passionate about. Embrace the simple, savory vocabulary of daily life and use it to describe your own culture and memories. When you speak with the flavor of conviction, your English will always be clear, compelling, and utterly memorable. If Rory's story has inspired you to find the heart and flavor in your own English learning, and you are ready to make this authentic practice a part of your daily routine, please subscribe to the channel right now. Let's continue to explore, learn, and taste the world together.